Hey HGTV, my name's Hailey. We're here in the Valley in Arizona. Welcome to my Boho Jungle Book. But before we head inside, I do want to show you guys what's blooming in the garden. So let's take a walk over here. We have some oleanders. You guys can tell I really like pink, so I wanted to add some pops of color here. I also added some bougainvillea. These are really desert tolerant type plants, so they can stand our really extreme temperatures. But they really did make our house like so much more bright and colorful, which was exactly what I was looking for. Now that we've seen a little bit of the garden, let's head inside and see what's next. Welcome to my home, filled with a ton of life with plants and color. This gallery wall is definitely a moment. I love the high ceilings, how it can go all the way up. Kind of just gives it a big dramatic feel. So this was like a big puzzle to put together, and I had a lot of fun with a lot of thrifted pieces, some new. That might be the only fake plant in the house because I'm not gonna get up and water that. Definitely have a love for vintage rugs. All of the colors and the textures and everything just really can't be beat with like your normal like new rug. I feel like this is hand tied. If you zoom into this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a perfect patch that was like a repair. The time and the energy and the efforts that go into it, and it just truly makes the space. I love the gold. It really makes it feel nice and warm. I get a lot of questions about this shelf, which is kind of funny because it was found disassembled and just the pieces in my garage when I moved in. So secondhand, it was already here, which is great. And it was one of the first things that we put up. Philodendron, my pothos, love it. They trail here. I trim them often. You wouldn't believe just because of how long they are. I don't know if we can capture this view, but like one of my favorites is actually like on the couch looking up with like the plants and the beams. But you kind of have to be sitting down here or maybe even laying back a little bit to see all of the plants like just hanging from above. That is the exact moment I was trying to capture, and I love it. With the beams, it just feels so cozy and super lively, and it's one of my favorite little spots to hang out. The plants also, like, they're obviously looking their best for you guys, but they are a true reflection of how I'm feeling. If I'm like neglecting myself, my plants also look that way. So it's like a good reminder to take care of myself, take care of my plants, and yeah, they're thriving now. So I think we're in a good place. This is my dining room, more plants obviously. I really kind of wanted like the cafe vibes in here. The best seat in the restaurant is the sofa side, right? Like everybody can agree that the bench seating is the best. So I wanted that in my house so that I can always have that. The faux brick, a lot of people think that it's real, but it's actually just a couple panels that I posted up on the wall here and added this whitewash technique. So this has actually been here for quite a while. My husband actually gifted it to me, which was really sweet. Feels like I've had it for so long now because I was in a totally different place. I'd just quit my pharmacy job when I decided to take like the huge risk of like just diving all into content creation and home interiors. It kind of plays into my handle, my Boho Jungle Book. I think he was kind of like putting the bow on that for me with this, and it does just feel like a bit of a meaningful piece of my journey. I love this thrifted hutch that I found. Pretty much everything in here was thrifted, but you guys will see little pops of my chemistry brain and my science background here. I've got a mortar and pestle in here, a few of them around the house actually, and then like Erlenmeyer flasks with your measurements, which I mean is fun obviously as decor, but like this is actually stuff that I used to use in the lab, so I kind of just love to have like little odes to myself, my past self, throughout the house as well. I'm so excited to show you guys my bathroom. It's one of the first things that we tackled in our home. This bathroom used to be really ugly. It was all beige. The shower was sunken in. It was like super 70s maybe. So I stuck with black and white, but I really wanted to bring in the color with the paint and my stained glass, the rug, all the stuff that you can kind of change out that's a little less permanent. You guys will see like a lot of checkers throughout my house. I really only have the towels in here, but I still feel like it plays. Like It might be somewhat of a trend. I don't really know because it's been years and I still love them and I still find ways to implement them everywhere. So I've added definitely some vintage pieces here with stained glass and the lights. I actually installed this one myself. I love the way that these look with the green color of the wall. This room is just really peaceful. I love the view of the pool and checking my garden. Just coming in here at any time of the day. I find myself just like standing in here doing nothing, gazing off, like disassociating from things, but it's a nice place to be. Welcome to our bedroom. This room's had multiple different renditions, but this one's definitely my favorite. The first thing we did was throw up the board and batten on these two walls. I felt like that just immediately added some character that was really lacking. But I capitalized here on like a half gallery wall, a lot of vintage thrift prints and things. This is actually a wedding photo of us that I really love. And then a few new things too. Obviously, plants have to be in every single room. But even though we have not as much natural light in here as we would want, I compromised by adding some plants here with the wallpaper. It still brings in the greenery, it still gives kind of that same effect. But the best part about our room is actually the view, which brings us right into the sunroom, and I'm so excited to show you guys all of my plants out here. We are walking into what is my happy place, my pride and joy. My sunroom. She did not used to exist before we got this house. It was just an old, dusty porch. Everything pretty much that you see was thrifted. The doors, the stained glass windows, the regular windows. It came together like honestly just so much better than I could have ever imagined. Once I got my hands on one piece of stained glass, it really just opened up an entire can of worms. And I was like, how many more can I get? This one's really cool. It actually came from like a really old church somewhere nearby. But I just love the beveled glass, the diamond shapes at the top and the bottom. It's just so unique, which definitely led me to finding even more. So this one I found at a flea market and it's so cute. I love that one so much. And honestly, this one, even though it's very simple, might be one of my favorites just because I love the colors and the diamonds. I tried to kind of play off of that a little bit in the room with some of the other colors I chose. These massive doors came first. I saw them on Facebook Marketplace. I think I got them for like $200, which is insane. I added some of these little stained glass decals that like reflect all the rainbows and the fun stuff in here. So that's why I have like a plethora of disco balls in here too and sun catchers. We're hitting my favorite disco hour, golden hour, all the western facing light. So that's why I kind of have a lot of them just lined up here. So aside from all of the fun lighting and plants and everything in here, I like to spend a lot of my time journaling. So I have a few different kinds of journals. I've been really into my gardener's journal. This is one that I can just kind of jot down something really quick about what I'm doing that day, and it goes on for 5 years. So I think it'll be really helpful. And then another one besides just a normal journal, I started junk journaling this year. So every month I just kind of gather what it sounds like, junk. I've got like my garden tags of what I have planted in the garden, different like things that I've been watching on TV, photos from my friend's wedding. This was January. Like, look, you guys, I have HGTV. I was so excited. I also, when I hit 300K, so it's like a documentation in real time, but also it's really pretty and it's a creative outlet for me for sure. Which brings me to my next favorite hobby, which is stained glass making. I can't take credit for everything in here, but I have learned how to make stained glass, so let me show you where I do that. So my husband, so sweet, actually signed me up for my own class to learn how to make my own. So I have made a few different things so far. I'm gonna do just like a little sun catcher this time. Because I have so many different panels, I really just kind of wanted to have the opportunity to make something custom myself. And it's really rewarding to see like a whole piece come together. So this will kind of be what the end product will look like, but let's just hold it up to the light to see the colors we're picking up on here. This one has some fun iridescent colors in there. You can tell my color palette through just the glass that I picked out. It just goes with this room, so I might actually have to finish this up and hang it in here. This is our second bathroom that I pretty much DIY'd from floor to ceiling, so let's get into that a little bit. The tiles that I picked out are my absolute favorite. They are handmade Zalige tiles from Morocco. They're glazed terracotta, so they're all just a little bit different and really unique. This is my favorite one. That's why I put it right in the middle of the wall. I think it's just because it's got like these imperfections and it's so cute. I mean, they all have imperfections, but something about the colors in this one is just a little bit different. And then of course, like the check pattern, my thing. Aside from the tile, I did also add board and batten to the walls to add some character along with the hooks. And then even the floor has been DIY'd. This is peel and stick tile. Really easy to install. Even the shower, everything I added behind you guys was all done by me. So one kind of small room that I'm just pretty proud of because my hands have been everywhere in here, and it really is just fun, especially for my stepdaughter. Like, this is such a fun bathroom to get ready in, and I wouldn't mind doing so myself if I didn't also have a great bathroom to get ready in. So we can take you to my stepdaughter's room next. I'm excited to show you guys that space. I had so much fun with this room when I designed this space for her. It's been 3 years now, because I actually did this for her 10th birthday surprise. So she had no idea, and she's 13 now. She just turned 13, so we still have her banner up, which I thought was just cute. The biggest thing I feel like with this room that made the transformation is the wallpaper. I feel like it's just so pretty, and I tried to pick something that would age with her. Another really fun thing that we did together, she actually eyed this herself. She wanted that gumball machine. It used to be just like a classic red, and she's like, can we make this cute? And I was like, come on, like, you know, we definitely can make this cute. So she picked out the color. It was kind of my idea to throw the disco balls in there, but she loved it. And we also had like some gumballs too. But to see that she had an idea and see it come to life was just like really rewarding for me, and to be able to help with that. This is just like a cute little moment. It's actually a Polaroid that she took of her wall, which I think is just like so cute because that's what I do every day. So yeah, I just thought that that's like such a cute little touch. But she also has the best view in the whole house. So let's take you guys outside next. Welcome to our backyard, our little mini paradise at home. We have done so much back here to transform this space. It's crazy. Everything pretty much was done by us except for this grapefruit tree that was planted. And then this way, we'll take you to my newest garden bed that I just added, which is definitely kind of in its peak right now. So I'm glad you guys made it in time before the heat takes it. I've gotten a plethora of cherry tomatoes, sun golds, and sweet 100s. They're really good if you guys want any. Like super yummy. And I usually get like maybe 30 a day. A lot. I've been eating a lot of tomatoes. You know, we get short seasons, but really plentiful harvests, I will say. So it's become my newfound passion. I've love it. And there's nothing like the taste of like your own fresh tomatoes. And also, these flowers are like one of the first things that I've grown from seed, which like if you're a gardener, that's like a big step. So let's take a closer look at the pool. So the pool is pretty much brand new. This is our first season with it. It was a pretty old 80s kind of ugly pool. I found a lot of inspiration in my travels, and the pattern tile just totally jumped out to me. It reminded me of Lisbon, which is one of my favorite cities in Portugal to go to. They are known for their beautiful tile work. So I kind of threw in like my vibe of the checkers, but really just wanted to play on like the pretty detail. All these tiles are like a little bit different, and I love like the pinks and the greens and the blues. We have a lot of different pretty tiles throughout our house, but these have to be my favorite for sure. I think the guys that were doing the pool were looking at me a little sideways when I was like making these really bold choices, but I have no regrets. I think it's turned out exactly how I wanted it to. Thank you guys so much for coming. I've had so much fun and it's been a pleasure showing you guys my garden and my pool. I'm about to jump in right now, so I'll see you next time. You guys are welcome to also.